In a forgotten corner of a small town, there was a shop no one dared to visit after sunset. Its name, the House of Forgotten Toys, was painted in faded letters on rotting wood. Through its dusty display window, old dolls with glass eyes stared out, their gaze eerily lifelike. Locals whispered about the shop, claiming every doll inside carried a sinister story. But the most chilling rumor was that every so often, a new doll would appear in the window, bearing the face of someone who had recently disappeared. Lucia, an independent journalist with a fascination for the macabre, decided to investigate. Her curiosity was piqued when a 9-year-old boy named Thomas vanished without a trace, and days later, a doll with his exact likeness appeared in the shop's window. The details were haunting. The doll's hair looked like real human hair. Its eyes shone with an unnatural glint, and its mouth was sewn shut with dark thread. Equipped with her camera and flashlight, Lucia visited the shop at night, just before closing. As she entered, she was greeted by the smell of damp wood and decay. Shelves were crowded with dolls of all sizes, each with unsettlingly human-like expressions. At the back of the shop, behind the counter, sat the shopkeeper, an old woman with gray hair and vacant eyes. "You shouldn't be here," the woman muttered, without looking up. Ignoring the warning, Lucia began snapping photos, moving closer to the doll that resembled Thomas. The old woman slowly rose from her seat and shuffled toward her. "They're not toys," the woman whispered. "They're vessels. Each one holds a soul." A chill ran down Lucia's spine, but she kept photographing. When she reached out to touch the doll, the woman grabbed her arm. "The ritual has already begun," the shopkeeper murmured. "Now you're bound." Before Lucia could ask what she meant, the shop's lights flickered, and the dolls began to move. Their movements were subtle, but their heads turned toward her in unison, and their glass eyes seemed to follow her every move. Then she heard it, a whisper in an unrecognizable language, a chant emanating from the sewn-shut mouths of the dolls. Panic set in. Lucia tried to escape, but the door was locked. When she turned back, the old woman was gone. In her place stood a tall, hunched figure with a face made of stitched-together patches of skin. In its hands, it held a needle and black thread. "It's your turn," the figure growled in a deep, raspy voice. Lucia's camera was found days later in a dumpster, near the shop. The footage showed dolls slowly shifting and a grotesque figure approaching her. The final frame was a new doll on the counter, with Lucia's terrified face and sewn-shut mouth. Since then, the shop has remained closed, but locals swear they can hear faint children's laughter and whispers inside, even though no one is there.